That was possibly the weirdest Monday Night Raw I have ever seen. Robert Roode. Robert sounds as badass as Ned Flanders. Although his mustache makes me wanna go pregnant. Robert. It's not even a bad thing, but most importantly, I was like, you know what? I don't feel like watching Monday Night Raw today. I don't feel like watching the show. I simply don't care. The Superstar Shakeup is over. Raw SmackDown after WrestleMania is over. I don't have a reason to watch. That's until WWE announced on Twitter that Becky Lynch is going to face Alicia Fox. Holy crap, dude. I'm so excited. I feel like WWE are spoiling us. They give this crappy match at WrestleMania, and then on a random episode of Monday Night Raw, they treat us with Alicia Fox versus Becky Lynch. Dude, how is that not a main event? Pure athleticism. Welcome to the first ever episode of Greatness of Raw. Not a lot of greatness. Not a lot of greatness on Monday Night Raw most of the time, but we will try. We will try to get that greatness of Monday Night Raw with my great accent, my great commentary, and my small beautiful forehead. And most importantly, welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you right here. Now, this show opened with an announcement. 2 triple threat match for the #1 contenders match for the WWE Universal Championship. So basically, a winner of one triple threat match and a winner of another triple threat match are going to square off at the main event of Monday Night Raw, and the winner is going to face Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank. Great stuff, different, and this makes sense. You know, I miss WWE doing something like this. People actually earning opportunities. It's kind of a mini tournament, right? The show kicked off with Triple H and Seth Rollins. They shook hands and made fun of Brock Lesnar. I think they called him a buckethead or something like that. Triple H and Seth Rollins called Brock Lesnar a buckethead. They were marking out about Seth Rollins basically destroying Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Both of them were really happy. And they made fun of my farmer, our farmer, the face of greatness of wrestling. The face of greatness of Raw, actually. If he's still on Raw, then he's the face of the show as well. He made fun of Brock Lesnar. Buckethead? Is that a buckethead? I don't see a buckethead. I see a beautiful smile and beautiful eyes. Anyway, let's not get mad at the first episode of Greatness of Raw, okay? Let's try to focus. Samoa Joe interrupts and he says that he probably missed his invitation. But he's here to remind us he does what he wants. When he wants. He announced that he's a part of Monday Night Raw right now. That was pretty much expected. You know, the Intercontinental Champion Finn Balor is on SmackDown, so it only makes sense for the United States Champion to come to Raw. We need 2 championships when it comes to men. Rey Mysterio interrupts, Drew McIntyre interrupts, The Miz enters the ring and he says that The Miz versus Seth Rollins is an absolute dream match. Baron Corbin comes out, fans are booing, he's bragging about retiring Kurt Angle again. This is never going to get old, right? Ever. But what I appreciate is that you remember a couple of months ago, we complained about Baron Corbin having a very weird attire. As if he just came out of a wedding, right? He doesn't have a wrestling attire. Well, all of that changed. I don't know if you noticed it, but his attire right now is completely different. Absolutely changed. So, this is Baron Corbin before, and this is Baron Corbin right now. Wow. It's almost like it's a completely different person. AJ Styles interrupted, and I think at this point we all knew that AJ versus Seth Rollins is the match that we want. It's pretty obvious. This is the match that we want, and I think I've said it like 6 months ago. This is a dream match for me. An absolute dream match. Rollins, AJ, WWE or Universal Championship, I don't care, but this is an absolute dream match and I'm happy that we are getting it. Anyway, the first match we got was AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio, a qualifying match. This was the best match of the night, hands down. Very entertaining to watch, very fast. AJ versus Rey Mysterio in the same ring. Can't go wrong with that. And then you add Samoa Joe, a big guy, a big fat guy who's strong. He also added a lot to this match. And the finish was amazing as well. So basically, Rey Mysterio had an option to choose which superstar is he going to 619. AJ or Samoa Joe. He chooses Samoa Joe, 619, and then he jumps on AJ Styles. However, AJ Styles catches him, powerbomb, and then he powerbombs him into Samoa Joe, and then Styles Clash on Samoa Joe and pins Samoa Joe. I don't necessarily understand AJ's decision though. Wouldn't you actually pin Rey Mysterio if you did a finisher to Rey Mysterio on Samoa Joe? That makes a little bit more sense to me. So, I don't understand the logic behind it, but then again, wrestling is not about logic. It never was. So that was probably one of the highlights of this show. Very entertaining, a great way to open the show, and hopefully we are going to see something like this a little bit more often. A pay-per-view worthy match. Like honestly, this was very good. We got Naomi versus Billie Kay. A very short match in which Naomi won, and you've just defeated a WWE Women's Tag Team Champion in a few minutes. So, yeah, I don't understand this logic by the WWE. We are going to give the Tag Team Championships to the Iconics, but they are going to lose every damn week. Every damn week, and probably including live events. Yes, why not? These are your champions, but they will always lose. But once they will defend these championships, they will win. So, does that prove anything? If you are a champion but you lose every single time, but at the pay-per-views, you retain the championship by a fluke, barely. It doesn't mean anything. A champion is supposed to be strong. It's supposed to look strong. I've said it before, but this makes them look like losers who are getting lucky. It's creepy time. Ooh, we got a creepy doll. Who could it possibly be? I think it's, and this is actually, okay, these Bray Wyatt segments, these tease segments, right? We got this goggly gooker, and then we got this doll. These are creepy, and it's pretty obvious by the laugh that it's Bray Wyatt. It's his voice. Everything is Bray Wyatt. We all know that it's Bray Wyatt. Your sister knows it's Bray Wyatt. However, there are YouTubers who are making videos like 5-10 superstars that this could possibly represent. Number 5, Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler. People, I don't think this Dolph Ziggler entrance was that deep. We got another qualifier. The Miz versus Drew McIntyre versus Baron Corbin. This was a little bit slower and it was a bit more tough to get into, but the last 7-8 minutes of the match, 5 minutes of the match maybe, were really, really entertaining. And it's crazy that The Miz is a good wrestler. I know it sounds weird, but I remember back in 2011-12, when we would see The Miz in the ring, we wouldn't expect anything, absolutely nothing. We know The Miz is kind of a safe worker, was gonna do his job, he's not gonna fail, he's not gonna botch, but we're also not getting a good match. Right now, when The Miz is in the ring, it seems like he's having the best time of his life. It seems like he cares, and most importantly, he improved so much ever since 2016. Baron Corbin also improved, and Drew McIntyre is a great wrestler as well. Now, when it comes to Baron Corbin, he won the match. Yes, Baron Corbin won the match. Drew McIntyre did his finisher to The Miz, but Baron Corbin pinned him. I like Baron Corbin as a wrestler, kinda. As a big guy, he's very talented, he improved a lot. But at the end of the day, WWE seemed to think that Baron Corbin is getting heel heat. And while that's kinda true, I think it's more of a, we got tired of you. We got tired of you. And this is my honest opinion. Not breaking up Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, and Bobby Lashley was the biggest WWE superstar shakeup mistake. I don't want to see these three together anymore. Ever. They're boring. They suck. I used to be a huge Drew McIntyre fan. Once they got him into this group, I think he sucks. I hate seeing him. But yes, Baron Corbin wins the match, so we are getting AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin for the number 1 contenders match. And it's like, yeah, so I know that AJ is probably winning because Money in the Bank is a huge pay-per-view. We want to see Seth Rollins versus AJ. That's exactly what WWE would do. And they are putting Baron Corbin right here just so we could be like this, a little bit nervous, you know. Baron Corbin? No, please. No Baron Corbin. Please. So they felt like we would be nervous. But at the end of the day, nah, fam, no. No, not it. This ain't it. It should have been AJ Styles versus The Miz in my honest opinion. Sami Zayn comes out and cuts another amazing promo. This man is pure entertainment. I remember back in 2017 or 18 when he turned heel, people were so mad. Sami Zayn, the biggest underdog, his gimmick is basically an underdog, is a heel now? How dare you? How dare you? Turns out he's a better heel than a babyface. He's so entertaining. It's unbelievable. His new gimmick is basically roasting marks. So he basically said that he would be happier anywhere else but there. He doesn't want to be on Raw. He showed pictures from his Instagram page of how happy he was before he made his return. And that he doesn't need you. He doesn't need us. Man, I want Sami Zayn to win the Money in the Bank ladder match. Will he be in the ladder match? Well, he should. And he also sends you all to hell. Dude, I was so nervous about this show because I couldn't stop thinking about Becky Lynch versus Alicia Fox. I'm watching all of these, AJ Styles, AJ Styles, Rey Mysterio, Samoa Joe. Pooh! I say, pooh! Yes. I'm just waiting for Becky versus Alicia. I can't hold myself. I want to talk about it. I already want to talk about it, but I'm gonna try my best to get through the show. Cedric Alexander versus Cesaro. Cesaro made his entrance with the bar attire, a weird Titantron. He also used Sheamus's music. I know it's their tag team music, but at first, it was actually Sheamus music. So, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. It seems like he kept the bar gimmick, which is perfectly fine. But maybe change your music because it doesn't suit your character at all. This music was made for Sheamus. It doesn't suit your character at all. Cedric Alexander made his debut and he lost the match. European uppercut looked great, missed that. I missed Cesaro as a singles competitor, so that's a positive for me. The Viking Raiders versus the Lucha House Party. Yeah, that was nothing, just a squash match. The Viking Raiders won. The most important thing is, Michael Cole said that this team got people buzzing for more reasons than one, basically because of their tag team name. Thankfully, their name right now is the Viking Raiders. Their first name was the War Raiders. And the name that nobody wanted, that happened during the Superstar Shakeup, was the Viking Experience. Dude, that was bad. Especially knowing the fact that the only experience I want to see is the Vladimir Kozlov experience. And I also want to see a little bit of a Brock Lesnar experience, the Ultimate Farmer. This ain't it. So anyway, thankfully they changed the name and WWE are listening. My man, we finally got Becky Lynch versus Alicia Fox. What a match! What a match! Possibly the worst match I've ever seen. Dude, Alicia Fox is a bad wrestler. Turns out she's not that good. We also got this botched spot. Whatever that was, it looked absolutely horrible. And yeah, this is just not it. I don't know why WWE announced it on Twitter as if it's something big, something important. When WWE tweeted about it, I actually replied. I said, oh, so it's a must-watch now. And as soon as the bell hits, Lacey Evans enters the ring and attacks Lynch with the women's right to break the hold. She delivered another women's right to Becky and then walks off as her music hits. That is possibly the worst finishing maneuver I've ever seen, especially for someone as talented as Lacey Evans. I like the name of the move, it's women's right. It means that, it's a women's right, but it's also a women's right fist. You get it? That's pretty good. And that's the only good thing about the finishing maneuver. It's a KO punch. That's ridiculous. She's way better than this. We got Ricochet versus Robert Roode. Robert, My name is Robert. Oakley dokley. No, but seriously, I will make fun of it, always, forever, but I actually liked it. You know, I'm happy that Bobby Roode is a heel, I'm happy that Bobby Roode is a singles competitor, and I'm happy that he's gonna be taken a little bit more seriously now. Is it Rick Roode? Is it Robert Roode? I don't know, but it works. It was a pretty fair match. You know, Ricochet is always entertaining in the ring, and the way he sold that DDT looked absolutely tremendous. Robert Roode won the match, pretty obvious because, you know, it's a new gimmick, you gotta win the match, and that was pretty okay. Okay, so let's talk about this Bray Wyatt thing. What? Now, you may think that I hate it. I thought it was great. Whatever it was great. He's a psychopath. He's a whatever who is this guy? So we got this childish intro with child song, with a bunch of toys, and these toys that were presented in previous segments are now not as creepy anymore. It's all sunshine and sun and clouds and toys and lollipops and stuff. Wow. So, the thing is, I love these segments. He's basically being a host of a kids show or something like that. But how is it going to work in the ring? You know, it works for the segments. How is it going to work in an actual live environment? That's a question I have. Is it gonna be the same thing every week? Or is it going to be something different every week? Maybe it's not gonna be the same kids show. Is he gonna do something live? Is he gonna pretend to be this good guy? He said that this guy, the previous Bray Wyatt, sucks. And we got these sound effects of children booing. So, it's creepy, and as a fan of horror movies, I can tell you that the things that are not supposed to be creepy, when they are presented as creepy, they are more creepy than the things that are supposed to be scary. He reminded himself that he will never turn into that pathetic slob loser again. Remember, Fireflies, Wyatt will always light the way, and all we have to do is let him in. He will see us next week. So this was another highlight of the show, and like I've said before, this was possibly the weirdest Monday Night Raw I've seen, at least in a while. Anyway, at the end of the show, we got the number one contenders match, AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin. You know, it was a fair match. Nothing too special, and AJ Styles won with a phenomenal forearm. So thankfully, it's been confirmed that we are getting this match. Unless WWE F it up, we are getting Seth Rollins versus AJ for the championship at Money in the Bank. It's weird how most of Money in the Bank matches nowadays are better than SummerSlam matches, even though SummerSlam is supposed to be this bigger pay-per-view. I think for the last, maybe ever since 2011 or 12, Money in the Bank has become another big pay-per-view. Now we have Big Five. We had Survivor Series, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber maybe, and now we have Money in the Bank as well. It's a big pay-per-view, and I think I'm excited, but I don't have high expectations for the latter matches. AJ versus Rollins is gonna be absolutely unbelievable. Mark my words. This is an absolute dream match. So I'm very excited. Seth Rollins interrupts, and we got a face-off, and this is amazing. Anyway, so a fair episode of Monday Night Raw. I think it was pretty alright, and I would give it like 7 out of 10. You know, 7 out of 10 because a lot of things changed, so much to talk about, and not just complain. So thank you for watching this video. Let me know your ratings in the comments below, and let me know your thoughts on Bray Wyatt's gimmick, Robert Roode, and most importantly, Becky Lynch versus Alicia Fox. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. As always, The Wayne The Rock Johnson, a peace, love, and hugs.